Good morning, everybody. It's Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. It is Tuesday, May 25th. And it is the first day after the long weekend. I hope you guys had a great Victoria Day weekend. To all my Canadian friends out there. We had a good weekend. We did some things around the house, got some stuff done. I did lots of stamping. Let me tell you, what's today? Tuesday. So on Sunday, hi Lena, good morning. Thanks for joining me. On Sunday, I'm not lying, I made 75 cards, you guys. What you're probably thinking, why did you make 75 cards? Did you make your Christmas cards? No, I actually had signed up for a lot of swaps this month. So I was in a mail out swap with several demonstrators. I had to have 22 cards done for that one. I do team swapping every month with my team members. Excuse me. My Ink-Sided Canadians team, we have a swap coordinator. Her name is Bonnie Sanch. She's on our team, and I really appreciate her organizing team swaps every month for us. And I love to participate in those because I make the cards, send them out to the ladies, and then I get back their cards, and it's fantastic for ideas, right? We all share ideas with one another, and it gets us stamping and creating. And so I was in a swap with them. We did a set sampler swap. So what we had to do was pick a stamp set from the new catalog and design 5 cards with it. And then however many people signed up for the swap, I had to make those 5 cards for each person. And we had 9 people this month, you guys. It was fantastic. So we do this whenever there's a brand new catalog. So there's a brand new catalog right now, right? Here's the annual catalog. If you don't have a copy, let me know. So there was 9 of us times 5, so that's 45 cards. So I did 45 plus 22, do the math, that is 67. And then I did another paper pumpkin alternate swap where I do that one with my team as well. So the idea is to use your paper pumpkin of the month and to make a different card. Like don't use the samples that are in the paper pumpkin kit, but come up with something different, right? So that was fun. I did that one. And so anyway, I got it all done, all sent out in the mail. I delivered some to people's doors who are close by me, and the rest went in the mail. So it was a very productive day. We had a wet weekend here in Calgary, but you know, when you have stamps, ink, and paper, you're never bored, right? I can sit till the cows come home and stamp. I'm gonna put my coffee down. We're gonna get started. I have a fun card to share with you. I'm not sure if you're on my VIP group. I'm going to change the name of that to Stamp and Share because I really want us all sharing what we're doing. And I really think that when you pop onto that group, it's a private group, but I welcome you to join me over there. The only rules for that group is to keep it all Stampin' Up and to keep it positive, and there's no business links or anything like that. It's just about sharing our creativity, and I share all of my upcoming classes and things like that. Hi, Amanda. Thanks for joining me. Hi, Lena. I have 2 Lenas on here today. Isn't that funny? 2 Lenas, but your names are spelled differently. Welcome to both of you. Okay, so yesterday I announced an online class. I'm super excited about this Hats Off online class. So what that means is you can take this class anywhere across Canada, and I did post the link to that to purchase it. So you basically purchase the bundle in my online store, and I have 4 cards exclusive just to this class. You won't see them anywhere else. I'm only doing them for this class, and I'm really super excited. I had so much fun creating these cards. Okay, so if you're interested in that class, let me know. I'm going to be featuring some different things that you can do. So the card I'm going to feature today is something different, not included in the class. So I want to just kind of pique your interest and show you this bundle and what it's all about. Good morning, Lena. Okay, so let's flip the camera and we're going to get started here. Here we go. Okay, so I hope I didn't lose you by flipping my camera there. I did hear from someone. Just let me know if you guys have this issue. Like when I flipped my camera from looking at my face to looking at my desk, do you lose connection? I'm just curious about that. If that happens to you, just let me know. I'm not sure what I can do about it. Sometimes Facebook can be a little tricky, right? But I am going to be starting something new in my business. You guys know I have a YouTube channel. If you go onto YouTube, you can look up my name, Rosemary Coleman, and you can find me there. I have lots of videos that go back, oh my heavens, they go back way. I was on YouTube a while ago, and then I kind of just popped onto Facebook Live, and then I haven't been doing... I do post videos there, but I am going to be starting to do YouTube live videos as well as Facebook. So that's exciting. I want to just expand my horizons a little bit. Okay, what I have on my desk, my little mini boss. I love this mini boss. Look how big it is. It's like the size of my hand. It is a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. It's the mini one. Oh, good, Amanda. Thank you for letting me know. You don't lose me. Okay, good. It might have been a connection issue that she was having or something, but we've all been there, right? Okay, so this is my mini boss. We're going to play with that today. We are going to play with the Hats Off bundle. Here it is here. This is the stamp set. It's called Hats Off, and it's photopolymer, which is fantastic because you can see right through the stamps. You can see exactly where you're stamping all of these stamps here. Let me show you inside. And we've got all the dies here. And I've got two on my desk. I've got the hat, and I've got this one we're going to use today. And these are the other ones. Look, you even get a little mini one. Isn't that cute? So you got the big hat. Let me show you just for reference. You get the big hat die and then a tiny little one. And we've got all the stamps that go with everything. We've got some little accent ones. There's stars and fish and buffalo and trees, all kinds. And these little ones here, I'm excited to use them on my other crafting, right? These are great little labels with the stitches, and they're double die. So I'm going to show you how I use the washi tape to hold them together. So what I mean by double die is you've got your outside piece, so that can be a cute little oval that you can use on your other crafting, and then you've got your inner piece here that has the stitches, but they do fit together. And same thing with this shape and that one, and of course they coordinate with all of the stamps in the set. So I was sharing my tip with you that I just keep this hard plastic to protect my stamps. So I just put my stamps back on the case, and then I just lay this little piece of plastic over top, and that just protects my stamps because I do keep my dies in the same case. So just want to share that with you. Okay, so we're going to start off today by opening my Stampin' Cut and Emboss. I'm going to turn it on the side because I'm right-handed, so I like to crank the die with my right hand, of course. If you're left-handed, you can turn it and use it with your left hand. It's such a versatile little machine. We're going to open the platform. So there's my platform. For die cutting, you're going to need platform number 1, and it says right on here, it's got the instructions if you forget, if you haven't touched your machine for a while and you need to come back to it, it's right here, all your layering. So you want to put platform number 1 down. Then we have these two, I call them sandwich pieces, right? They're my top bread and my bottom bread of my sandwich. They're both labeled number 2. So you just need 2 of those. So we're going to put one down here. Definitely, this is one step you do not want to miss out on because you don't want to cut into your number 1 platform, right? Because that platform, you want to keep it nice and pristine. But you can buy replacement cutting pads. You can buy more of these, and you get 2 sides, so you can flip them. I have some nice new ones right here today. So that's why mine don't have any scratches in them, but after a few cuts, they will get scratched, and that's okay. I wanted to use the mini boss today because I want to show you, like this looks like a big die, right? But this mini boss, you can fit a lot of stuff on this little platform. And it's such a cute little embossing machine that fits, like just sits off to the corner of my desk. It doesn't take up a lot of room. And if you're like me, you use up every square inch of your crafting space, right? So a small machine is a really good thing. So I'm going to put that on. I'm going to cut an old olive hat, okay? So a baseball cap. And then I grab these 2 dies, and they go together like this, right? And you can do your stamping first, but because it's photopolymer, I like to do it separately. I like to cut my dies first, and then I can do my stamping. And that way, if my die shifts on me, it's not a big deal. I don't have the image stamped already. So what I'm doing here is I'm putting them both onto my cardstock. I'm going to lay them down on the platform. And then if you're a perfectionist, and sometimes I can be, sometimes I can just be willy-nilly, but this one, I want it to be nice and lined up. So I'm going to just line this up, and I'm going to use my washi tape to hold it in place. Okay, so I'm just putting that inside like that. And I'm just going to grab some, I got lots of washi tape. I'm sure you guys have lots in your stash as well. So I'm just going to tear off a piece and I'm going to lay this over top of all, of both of the dies like that. And that way I know they're not going to shift position. And I've also put one on my hat as well. And when I put that back in my storage case, it stays there. So it gives a nice little bit of stickiness to hold the hat down if I've already gone ahead and stamped my image. But for today's video, I don't have my images stamped. I'm going to stamp them later. I'm going to show you how easy that is. So we just need to bring in our top part of our sandwich, our clear plate, number 2. And then we're just going to put our hand, I like to put my hand up here at the top when I'm rolling it through. And all the little cracking sounds are normal. That is the sound of your machine working. It's one of your favorites too, Tracy? Yes, absolutely, mine too. And look how amazing this cuts out. Now, there is a stamp. I'm going to stamp over top, but you know what, guys? You don't even need the stamp. I think the ball cap looks nice just like that, right? So if you're in a hurry and you don't want to stamp, you don't have to, really. Okay, so here's my die. It's still attached because I've got my washi tape on here. I'm just going to gently pull this off and I'm going to leave the washi tape in place. And then I'm going to put that back into my case like that. So the next time I go to use this die, they will be already attached. So I'm just going to put that back in my case. And we're going to move on to the rest of the card. So here's my layer. It just looks like that. It's got the outside cut edge and then that stitching. I love it. I love, love, love the stitching. Okay, so let's just popping up my sides of my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I like to just, oops, all my papers are going everywhere. I like to just stack my little plates and I put this together like that. I just put them underneath and then I know it's right where I need it, off in the corner, on the corner of my desk and out of the way. Okay, so for the rest of my card, we're going to do some stamping now. We're going to use some Pacific Point. Let's bring in my card base. So I have here Pool Party and Pacific Point. So I'm going to use Pacific Point ink and I'm going to use Pool Party as my card base. So my card base measures 8.5 by 5.5 and it's scored in the middle at 4 1/4. Okay, that's my base. And then I have a piece of Pool Party that measures 3 1/4. I'm just double checking down here on my grid paper. Yes, 3 1/4 by 5 inches. And do you see that beautiful embossing? That is a brand new embossing folder, you guys. And it's a mini one, which is perfectly sized for our mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. But of course you can use it in the big one, right? But it is a little narrower. So it fits this cardstock perfectly at 3 1/4 inches wide. Okay, so I put it into the polka dot folder and that's how it came out. But when you purchase this folder, it's called Checks and Dots. So that's the dots and look at the checks here. I love, love, love this. This is awesome. You can use this on, both of these can be used for masculine, feminine, baby cards, kids cards, anything, right? So those are the Checks and Dots embossing folders. So I've already got my Pool Party layer. I'm going to lay that right on top of here. I'm actually going to glue it down with my glue, my multi-purpose glue. So I'm just going to come on in here and just get this going. And it doesn't want to work. Okay, just pull off the little dried bits on the end. See if I can get it going. Maybe this one is not going to work for me. Okay, so here's what we do. When you're glue, and I know there's enough in here. I know there's glue in here. So I'm just going to grab my silicone mat and I'm just going to get my glue going here. It's because I'm using my silicone mat because when the glue dries, I can then lift it off and it's not messy, right? I can just throw it out. The other thing you can do is you can use the other side of your Tombow multi-purpose glue. So whoops, and there it comes out the other side. That's okay, we can use that. So let's do that today. Let's change it up. Instead of using the fine point tip, I'm going to use this tip, and it has a nice little rubber piece on it that helps you to spread the glue around, right? So I'm going to use this, and I've got my glue on my silicone mat, so I might as well not waste it, right? So I'm going to dip into there, and I'm just going to add some glue to the back of my cardstock. So easy. And then you can just spread it around nice and even along the edges like that. Okay, so we're going to put this layer onto our card base right here, like that. So we're doing pool party on pool party. It's a little tone on tone this morning. And we're just going to straighten this up. Now with the multi-purpose glue, you do get a few seconds to move things around, straighten things up. And I love that about the multi-purpose glue. But once it's stuck, it is stuck. It is not movable. If you make a mistake and it's stuck, you might as well start over because you can't get it apart, which is, I love, one of the features of the multi-purpose glue. It works, right? We want it to work. Okay, so here I have a piece of Pacific Point, and it measures 2 inches wide by 5 1/4. And I've just gone ahead and did a little banner cut here on the bottom. We're going to do a little stamping on this one. So using the stamp set, let's bring back my stamp set here. We've got, let's look at the front. So we have some different stamps that we can stamp tone on tone. So we got a lot of tone on tone going on here today. We've got pool party on pool party. We're going to stamp Pacific Point on Pacific Point on my banner. And we're going to use, it's going to be like an adventure card. So we're going to use this one here with the mountains. So let's pull this up and grab the stamps that I need. So I'm going to use this one. And let's see. That's a Go Team. And this one is a little rocket. Let's see, I think I'll use, let's use the rocket. Why not? It's going to be an adventure card, right? Okay, so let's grab a couple of blocks for those. And I'm going to use an A block for that one and a B block for the other one. There we go. Got those. Now let's grab my Pacific Point ink and open that up. Put that off to the side there. Straighten my camera up a little bit. Put the lid on my glue. That's the most important part. Put the lid on your glue, Rose. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp off the edge. And before I do, I'm going to grab I have a piece of scrap paper just to save my grid paper underneath because I know I'm stamping off the edge. I usually use my Stampin' Pad to do that, my Stampin' Pierce mat, but I don't have it close by me. That's okay. Just any scrap paper will do. And I'm just going to randomly stamp all over, and you can turn your stamp, turn it around all over this background. And then I'm going to use the little rocket ship, turn that, go off the edge like that. There we go. So we've got our background stamped with Pacific Point on Pacific Point. And that is going to sit right here on the middle of my card like that. I'm going to glue it. I'm not going to put dimensionals because I think I'm going to leave the dimensionals for my hat. So let's bring in my glue and spread that around a bit. There we go. And you want to use quite a bit of glue for this part because I'm sticking it onto the bumpy embossed part of my cardstock. So you want to make sure you got lots of good glue on there. Because if you're just using like a really light glue, chances are this part will fall off because you're sticking it onto a bumpy edge, right? Okay, so there's my banner. Let's bring in our hat. So we have an old olive hat. I love this. My dad loves ball caps. Actually, so does my husband and my son. I think actually every guy in my life wears a ball cap. So when I saw this set in the catalog, I fell in love. I'm like, I need this set. Okay, so here's the photopolymer ball cap onto my block. So like I said, you don't have to stamp this hat. It looks fantastic just like it is. I love the detail with the stitching all the way around. It's just so perfect. But we have the stamp, so why not use them, right? So I'm going to use my Memento black ink. I'm going to ink up my stamp. Now I got quite a big stamp here, right? So I'm using my Memento in my hand like this, and I'm just going to ink it up from the top. Just like that. Just tap, tap, tap all the way around. And now I'm just going to hover down over my ball cap here, and I can see exactly where I'm stamping. I'm just going to line that up and press down. And then it'll be stuck. It usually sticks. Oh, and there, it fell off. Okay, so there we've got our ball cap. And I went off the edge a little bit, but it's okay. It still looks pretty good. I got the stamping down at the bottom here, and nobody's going to notice that. Okay, so this is going to sit right here on my card. So let's bring in some dimensionals. And I actually have my black dimensionals today. Did you know that we have black dimensionals? We have black and we have white. So I'm going to use a couple of black ones. Why not? Just use them up. So I'm going to put some on the back of here. And I think 3 would be enough. Peel off those backings. And this is going to sit right here in the middle of my card. Now my crushed curry piece, my little label piece, I'm going to stamp with this one here. This stamp, oh, and I got ink on my finger. Look at that. We know where that's going, don't we? So let's get that off right away. Real life crafting right here. Got to get the ink off or that'll end up on my card in a spot that I guarantee I do not want. Okay, so I've got this little sunshine. Looks like it's, you know, the sun coming up over the water. Perfect for the fisherman in your life who goes out fishing. Anybody that loves an adventure, sunshine. You know, we're just going to stamp that with Pacific Point, just tying all the colors together. And I'm going to hover down. Now, if you need a frame of reference, you can put this onto your silicone mat, and that just helps me line up exactly where I am. Stamp that straight down, and then it's stuck on there, and you can lift it off. So there's my little hat label. That's going to go right on the front of my hat there. Okay, so let me just grab my glue, and we'll glue that on. And you can put glue on this part, or you could put a little bit there. I made 22 of these cards, not this card, but a female version of this card. Now, I got lots to share with you guys. And in my online class that's open now, you're going to get 4 different cards. Not this one. This isn't exclusive just to the video today. But yeah, so you can totally stamp whatever you want on here. There's lots and lots of different stamps in a set that go on top. You can put Go Team, number 1. Tiger, anything, and all of these have labels to match. I'm super excited about this set. Okay, so what I've done, I took this is the stamp in there in the set. It's called Here's to the Next Adventure, and I embossed it with white embossing powder. I spared you guys the noise because I know it's loud, so I already went ahead and did that before the video this morning, and I'm just going to put, oh, that was my dud. Look at that. So this one did not come out right. So I flipped it over. Remember, I always say you get 2 sides to a piece of cardstock. This is my good side. So make sure you put your dimensionals on the right side. We're just going to peel off the backing, and we're going to put this right here popped up on that banner. And there we have it. We have a fun, quick and easy, actually. You don't need to emboss. This could have been done with white. With black ink. I just wanted to, I like the white on the blue. I just love the look of that. So here's my card today. Now, if you have a copy of the new catalog and you've seen this amazing Hats Off bundle, this card might look familiar to you because I actually cased it from the catalog. You guys know I love to use the catalog as inspiration, and this is the card I made today. So I have to say kudos to the Stampin' Up! Design artists. I don't think they use the polka dot in the background, though. I can't quite tell what they use here, but I'll find out. Anyway, any embossing folder would do. So that's my card share for you today. There's another really fun one right here with the red hat and the star dies in the background. There are so many things you can do with this fun stamp set and the dies to match. Stampin' Up! Has never come out with something like this, as far as I know, anyways, not in my lifetime of being with as a demonstrator. And I'm just super excited about it. So I think it's one that you definitely need in your collection, and it's going to be a great one for sure. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'm just going to flip you around here. Bear with me. I hope I don't lose you. And I just want to invite you to come back again tomorrow at same time. I am going to be doing my cards this week. My projects this week are all going to focus on hats off. So if you want to get in on that class, it is limited spots. I only have so much cardstock I can cut. And I've put it aside for this class. So if you want that class, let me know. If you don't want to, if you're not a fan of online ordering, you live in Calgary, reach out to me. I can help you with your order. If you're anywhere across Canada, you can still get in on that class. And I'd love, love, love to send you the 4 card pieces. All your pieces will be cut for you, ready for you to use your Hats Off stamp set and to make your own 4 cards. And the ones that I'm doing in my online class, you guys, are masculine based because we have Father's Day coming up, right? That was my thought. Father's Day is June 20th. And so order your bundle as soon as you can so that you can get your stamps in time to make your own cards. And as soon as I get your order confirmation, I'll send you your package with your cards, and I'll send you the link to the video. The video will be available as of Sunday. I'm filming the video this week and I'm editing it, and I will have it ready for you by Sunday, and then you'll get your packet in the mail, and you can sit down and you can watch, pause, rewind, watch it as many times as you want. And it will be like we're crafting together, right? So thank you so much for your time today, and I hope you have a great Tuesday and a great start to your week, and I'll see you tomorrow morning at the same time. Bye-bye, everybody.